Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is another random type reaction, and this one is the 10 most dangerous animals in the US. And this was a specific sort of subject people were suggesting a lot to do. I didn't know the video that was suggested because I sort of searched up and it was just, there wasn't any sort of video that sort of stood out. So I just sort of picked the one that I thought would be the most sort of reliable, I guess you could say. And you look at the like to dislike ratio, and obviously it is, it's probably not, it's not gonna, these sort of videos aren't going to be controversial, but I just mean like people most likely agree with them. But one thing I know about the US, I feel like it's the US and a lot of African countries, like all over Africa you'll like see the craziest wildlife, as well as like Australia. The wildlife is ridiculous, like in comparison to England and to the UK. Like the craziest wildlife we have here is probably, we have adders, like adder snake, like snakes that are, like adders, I don't even know how do you say it, but I feel like they can kill people. I don't even fully know, but they're like the most venomous sort of animal here, I'm pretty sure, unless maybe there's a few insects here and there that I don't really know about. But in comparison to like the US, I mean, you have all different sort of environments. So some places you may have like polar bears, I'm thinking like maybe like around Alaska, or like rattlesnakes, or like crocodiles, and just like tigers, lions, all these things. Because the US is so big, there's just going to be so many different types of animals and different sort of terrains and environments. But we're going to see in this video, and I know it's going to be a crazy sort of thing to see, because again, when you compare it to a country like England, it's going to be hilarious because we don't have any of this stuff. And as thankful as I am to have none of these sort of deadly animals, it would still be pretty cool to like have the less dangerous animals and just the sort of more exotic ones that you just don't sort of see in many other countries. But I don't know, we're going to see this video and maybe this will sort of make me more thankful that, like say for example I go to a river, there's no sort of worry that I'm going to be eaten by a crocodile or something like that. I don't know, I'm just rambling at this point, but let's just get into this. Hopefully you're going to enjoy. Quick shout out to my second channel. We're nearly at 12k, on the road to 20k on there, or on the road to 100k on here as well, which is nuts. I feel like we may hit 100k before the new year, which I couldn't have even imagined even like a few weeks ago. But I mean, yeah, things are going crazy, and I just want to thank you all for that. But hopefully it will continue. We'll see about that. But let's just get into this and see what some of the most dangerous animals in the US are.
Number 10. Grizzly Bear.
It's like a top 10 type video, I see.
North American brown bears have a fearsome reputation to go with their physical prowess and outstanding natural weaponry. The common name, grizzly, is often used in reference to brown bear species found in the US. These include the Ursus arctos horribilis, or the mainland grizzly, the peninsula grizzly, and Kodiak bears.
There's different subspecies, are you mad?
Eponymous archipelago. The latter rivals the polar bear as the largest land carnivore on Earth.
The polar bear? Fuck.
Kodiak bears have been known to weigh over 1,500 pounds, which is almost as heavy as the average bull. As evident from the prominent muscular hump on their shoulders, grizzlies are built for power. Moreover, they have massive canines, claws that grow up to 6 inches, and jaws strong enough to crush bone bones.
This
As
is
a grizzly
10.
stands up on its hind legs, it will often use its superior strength to take down a victim.
How tall when they stand on their two legs are they? If it doesn't say, I'm going to search it up.
It will bite at the victim's lower jaw, which is most
Lower
likely
jaw. Oh man, it's going to bite at the victim's lower jaw. That is fuck. Just bite their head off or something. Why the jaw? That's just, oh my god, I don't even want to think about it.
Disarming technique. Confrontations between humans and grizzly bears can occur as a result of hunting as well as camping. They have a phenomenal sense of smell and are often attracted to food that hasn't been stored properly. There have been several reports of campers being dragged out of their tents by attacking grizzlies. Conditioning the bears to campsite food can accustom them to human presence, thus increasing the likelihood of future attacks.
Boy, I am not going to go camping in the US because I enjoy camping. I don't go often, but one thing you don't have to worry about in England for sure is wherever you go, you can just you'll know you'll be safe from wildlife. In the US, I'm guessing there's certain camping spots that you have to go to unless you face the risk of a certain like animal creeping up on you. Like, oh my god, imagine waking up to a bear in your tent. What the fuck? How tall are grizzly bears on standing up? 8 feet. When they stand upright. Oh my god, 8 feet. But they're so wide as well. It's just like, my god. Bro, what the... People are ridiculous, man. Look at the size of its head. What the hell, man? That is fucked. People are crazy.
Number 9.
Standing of a grizzly bear. Oh, I hate spiders,
Black
man.
widows and brown recluse spiders share an entry on our list as the most dangerous spiders in the US. Female black widows, distinguishable by the red hourglass mark on their abdomens, are the most fearsome by reputation. They'll sometimes devour their partners after mating and own highly toxic venom.
Oh, damn.
The illness associated with black widow envenomation is called latrodectism. It's described by pain, vomiting, and muscle rigidity. Contrary to popular belief, the condition is rarely fatal for humans. The brown recluse spider, although only slightly larger than a US penny, is quite dangerous in its own right. The hemotoxic properties of its venom can cause tissue necrosis. Severe lesions can become infected and may even lead to amputation. Yet, like the black widows, the bite of a brown recluse spider is seldom fatal. Number 8. Cougar.
I hate spiders, man. Cougars, oh my god.
Also,
I saw a video, I think it was a cougar, unless it was just a mountain lion or something. Oh, mountain lion. It was, I guess a lot of people who were watching this video did see it, but it was like someone walking away from a cougar that, like, he was kind of getting chased. I don't know what the scenario was. Maybe he was, I don't think he was hunting, but he was obviously in its territory, and I know when it comes to cats, if you face the wrong way, you're done. So you have to sort of face it while sort of trying to leave it. And I mean, I can't imagine how scary that must be to experience.
So known as pumas or
that's
mountain
crazy,
lions, have the widest distribution of any wild animal in the Americas. In the US, populations are found across 16 states, mostly on the West Coast. Male cougars average about 150 pounds, but in rare cases may surpass 200 pounds. Even though that's about the weight of the average American male, the difference in power is considerable. Relative to its size, the cougar has the largest paws and hind legs found within the feline family. This enables it to perform outstanding leaps and reach sprinting speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, which is actually faster than a greyhound. It can also swim and is an apt climber. A cougar's muscular body is perfectly designed for grasping and holding large prey, an ability enhanced by the retractable claws on its paws. Attacks on humans are rare, but have seen an increase in recent years, mainly due to expansion into the cougar's natural range.
Oh my
The
days.
feline will attack if cornered or if a human triggers its chase instinct, typically by turning their back and running away. An attack usually involves a bite to the neck, in which the animal tries to sink its teeth between the vertebrae and into the spinal cord.
That is disgusting.
Children are at greatest risk of getting ambushed by a cougar, and the least likely to survive an attack.
Of course.
Number 7.
That's obvious,
Grey
isn't it?
wolf.
But
As the large
there's wolves in the US. Oh my god, I did not know that. I don't know where I thought they were. I don't even know where I thought they were. Like Canada, like the very sort of top of Canada, Scandinavia, Russia. I didn't know they were in like the US as well.
and strongest member of the Canidae family, the grey wolf was a mandatory introduction to our list. Its teeth are specialized for crushing bone, and its slender, powerfully built body favors relentless attacks. Although dangerous enough on its own, the wolf is notable for its pack behavior and cooperative hunting. A pack of 15 wolves, for example, is capable of taking down an adult moose. Interestingly enough, the deer species can easily grow to be 15 times heavier than an individual wolf. While not as numerous as in Eurasia, North America has also seen a number of wolf attacks. The most recent fatality occurred in 2010
These edits are killing me. What is
in
this?
Alaska, when a young woman was killed while jogging.
Wow.
There's an argument that most wolf attacks are the result of an individual animal suffering from rabies. Nevertheless, wolf management programs from the United States Wildlife Service describe them as opportunistic hunters that will attack humans if given the chance. Throughout the years, encounters with hunters, shepherds, and ranchers have caused wolves to develop a fear of approaching humans. Yet wildlife experts warn against actions that may encourage wolves to be in the proximity of people, as it may lead to an increase in violent encounters. Number 6. Arizona bark scorpion. The Arizona bark scorpion, also known as Centauroides sculpturatus, is North America's most venomous scorpion. These creatures prefer riparian areas, meaning that they're found on land adjacent to rivers or streams. The popularity of irrigated lawns and other man-made water systems have led to an increase of scorpion populations in residential areas. The symptoms associated with the Arizona bark scorpion's sting can last from 24 to 72 hours. They include intense pain, numbness, and convulsions or temporary dysfunction of the affected area. The pain is so intense that victims reported experiencing sensations similar to electric shocks. While fatalities are rare, there are certain groups that are more at risk than others, such as children, the elderly, or people with compromised immune systems. In Arizona, thousands of people are reportedly stung by the scorpion each year.
Jeez.
Number 5. Bull shark.
I forgot about sharks. I literally didn't even. I was just thinking about land animals and crocodiles, but sharks. You got hippos there as well, I think. Oh my god, it gets worse. But sharks. I mean, this is going to be a crazy.
With the
one,
Atlantic Ocean on its east coast and the Pacific Ocean in the west, the US faces more than a dozen shark attacks every year. While the great white receives the brunt of the notoriety, there's an equally, if not more, dangerous shark. Unlike their mainly oceanic relatives, bull sharks are able to thrive in freshwater systems as well. This makes them particularly dangerous when considering the US's sprawling riverways. Bull sharks have been found up the Mississippi River.
What? Oh my. Are you... In the rivers, I thought it didn't get bad enough with like crocodiles in rivers, man. It gets worse. You got fucking sharks in US rivers. In US rivers, like what? In the UK, you get like pike. That's the biggest of your worries. A pike or something like. What the fuck?
They were also spotted in the Ohio River and in Maryland's Potomac River. These creatures have pound per pound the most powerful bite of all the shark species. There's a combination of factors that make them particularly dangerous towards humans. It's not only about bite force and size. Even though females average roughly 300 pounds or about as much as the typical sumo wrestler, bull sharks are territorial, temperamental, and have no tolerance for provocation. These creatures might have even been responsible for the infamous Jersey Shore shark attacks of 1916, which served as an inspiration for the novel Jaws.
Oh wow.
Number 4. Rattlesnake.
These are the
By
weirdest
recent
looking creatures,
estimates,
man.
there are roughly 7,000 to 8,000 snake bites that occur in the United States every year.
Jeez,
Fortunately, the development of antivenom has led to significantly less fatalities than in the past. Snake attacks are disproportionate in the country, with the majority of them occurring in warm weather states.
That scared the
such as
fuck out of me.
Texas
Oh my
and Florida.
god.
Among the
Sorry, I didn't listen then.
snake attacks are disproportionate in the country, with the majority of them occurring in warm weather states such as Texas and Florida. Among the various venomous serpents found across the land, there are about 16 rattlesnake species. These creatures are so dreaded that a timber rattlesnake was once put on a flag to motivate infantry forces. During the American Revolution, the Continental Marines had a motto flag of a timber rattlesnake that was coiled and ready to strike.
Jesus.
Beneath it were the words, "Don't tread on me." These snakes are distinguishable by the rattle at the end of their tail. It's made of interlocked keratinous segments which vibrate against one another when the snake contracts certain tail muscles. This produces a distinctive rattling sound that acts as a deterrent to predators and as a warning to humans. The western diamondback and the eastern diamondback are the species responsible for most snakebite fatalities. The latter is known as the most venomous snake in North America and owns the longest
Oh my
fangs
god.
of any rattlesnake species.
What?
Number 3. Deer.
How quick are snakes? Deer? wait, what? How quick are rattlesnakes? Like, can they move quicker than humans, or like, are they not that quick?
Deer may sound less
Deer,
terrifying than other animals on our list, but statistically speaking, they're the deadliest. A number of species weigh several hundred pounds and certainly possess the mass to trample people to death. Males own majestic antlers, some of which are several feet across and definitely capable of inflicting severe injuries. However, fatal antler stabbings or brutal trampling isn't what makes the deer the deadliest creatures in the country. Most will simply choose to run away from humans rather than engage them. That's actually the crux of the matter. As deer move across their range, they end up on roadways or highways and collide with vehicles. In the US, this type of collision causes about 200 human deaths and roughly $1 billion in property damage every year. It's so widespread that the idea of being surprised and caught like a deer in the headlights has become a saying.
Yeah,
While
that is a saying,
easy to
isn't
avoid during the day, deer are particularly difficult to spot at dusk or dawn. Habitat fragmentation is a considerable factor in the rise of deer vehicle collisions. Today's topic was requested by Instagram follower at RyanThompson5499. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below, or follow us on Instagram and reach out to us there. Number 2.
Shout out to his
American
Instagram.
bison.
Bison?
The American bison is North America's largest land animal and nature's equivalent of a gigantic battering ram.
Fucking huge.
Its charge, a devastating combination of mass and speed, is powerful enough to derail a train. Also known as the buffalo, the species' bulls can weigh up to 2,800 pounds in the wild and a staggering 3,800 pounds in captivity.
What?
That's about as heavy as the average car. They own massive heads, pronounced muscular humps, and giant forequarters. Their short, curved horns are used as defensive weapons and to fight for status within the herd. Despite its mass and seemingly lethargic movements, a charging bison can get up to 40 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, Usain Bolt's speed record topped out at 27.8 miles per hour. Historically, these creatures used to roam the continent in vast herds. The spread of bovine diseases from domestic cattle and commercial hunting brought the creatures to the brink of extinction.
What?
They went from over 60 million in the late 18th century to only a few 100,000 towards the end of the 19th century. Recovery efforts spared its extinction, and the American bison is now mainly restricted to reserves and national parks. That's where a number of violent human encounters have occurred in the past decades. From 1980 to 1999, at Yellowstone National Park alone, bison attacked 3 times more people than bears. During this period, there were 3 reported fatalities in addition.
In national parks, are you advised to like go in a car, or are you allowed to like go out and just sort of stroll and look at things? I'm assuming there's certain rules in national parks because to avoid these kind of encounters, but
to
still.
Numerous reports of puncture wounds and broken bones.
Official They Will Kill You merchandise is now available at theywillkillyou.com.
Bro, his channel was so strong.
Some of it is to die for.
Number 1. Moose.
Wait, so crocodiles isn't even on here. It's moose. It's the animals that I wouldn't have expected.
Even though they're part of the deer family, and even though they get in a fair share of vehicle collisions, moose most definitely deserve their own entry on our list. They're creatures of many extremes, as the largest and heaviest of all deer species. Exceptional bulls stand more than 6 foot 9 inches at the shoulder, meaning they're taller than NBA superstar LeBron James.
Oh my
Their massive antlers can span close to 6 feet from tip to tip, so you could horizontally fit the average American male between them. The largest bulls weigh close to 2,000 pounds, almost twice as much as a grand piano. Moose are not only monsters in terms of proportion, but also temperament. When it comes to raw data, they attack more people than wolves and bears combined.
What the
They're
hell?
also perfectly capable of killing both predatory species. They injure more humans than any other animal in the Americas, and are second only to hippos in worldwide attacks.
Jesus.
They can charge people and inflict devastating injuries with their antlers. One common sign of an imminent charge is that the hairs on its neck and shoulders will stand up. Moose are surprisingly limber, and unlike other large-hooved animals, they can kick in all directions. Not that you should ever do it, but this means there's no safe way to approach them. Thanks for watching. Would you
I'm not gonna
rather
lie, some of these really surprised me. I was expecting like crocodiles, etc. I don't even know if hippos are in the US. I think I said tigers and lions at the start. Obviously, they're just African animals, aren't they? So I don't even know why I said that. But yeah, fucking moose, deers, bulls, they're obviously... That really surprised me, but I guess it does sort of make more sense because people will be less sort of worried about approaching them. So, I mean, that will lead to more casualties, etc., and more injuries. But interesting video for sure. People in sleeping bags are the soft tacos for Grizzly Bear World. In Canada, there's almost no record of a grey wolf attacking a human unless you're Liam Neeson talking about moose while showing out American alligator. That's what I'm thinking of. Wait, is there a problem in Florida with alligators? What is the difference between an alligator and a crocodile then? Some of the moose photos are actually elk. I was waiting for number one to be humans. You've got another dangerous animal, a mother-in-law who hates you, her claws and fangs to be avoided, not to mention a gossiping the Fruma poison. Poor deer broke his leg. Yeah, that was sad. I was like, what the hell, man? That's so sad. You should do a series that top 5 deadliest animals in every state. I'd be down to see that, honestly, but I don't know if he did that or not. But yeah, the channel was a strange one, but I did enjoy this video. So, I mean, hopefully you guys did as well. And if there's any more videos out there that maybe you think are better for this type of stuff, let me know. Or just any other videos out there to do with like wildlife in the US, because I find it quite fun learning about how diverse the wildlife in such a big country is, because again, with the US being so big, there's going to be so many different variants of wildlife throughout different states. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Suggest more videos you want to see in future, and until next time, like, subscribe, peace.